The town of Weirton was built around a steel mill, and the Weirton Christian Center was established in the early 1900s to be able to support immigrants in the community, and it continues to serve the community. It's like a central place to care for children and folks that need help and support. They have after-school programs and summer programming and different ways to feed kids and help them have the resources they need. And most importantly, they're there to share the gospel and to be a light for Christ in the community.
Right, so on this mission trip, when we first arrived in Weirton, we went to the church, we unloaded our stuff, and then we went to the Christian Center, and we sat down in a big room, and we started sitting like a semicircle. We started talking about what we were going to do in the room, and it just started coming along real fast with all the minds. There was about 10 of us or so working together. Maybe 30 minutes later, we went ahead and we started painting, and the process went, we would look at the walls, we'd clean down the walls, wipe them down, get all the dirt off, and then we'd go through and we would spackle the walls.
Bubblegum flavor, pink style. It's my favorite style.
Ms. Kim, the executive director of the Weirton Christian Center, kind of told us, she and Ms. Rhonda told us that we had free reign over that entire classroom, which was a daunting task because we had to think up something and we wanted to be creative and we wanted to make something special, but at the same time we didn't want to mess up.
So we've been organizing the crafts mostly yesterday, and we've been putting those into separate bins and labeling things so everyone knows, like, okay, here's the foam summertime collection thing and the pipe cleaners, and that just makes it easier for the directors to get crafts started. And we've also been organizing clothes and separating them into like smalls, mediums, and larges, and boys and girls, so to give those away to the kids.
Every morning this week we went to the park, and it was just 15 minutes of reading our Bibles and talking to God. That was one of my favorite parts of this week because it made me happier and more focused through the day.
This is the 5th mission trip I've been on with the New Baptist Church Youth Group since I'm a senior this year going to college. And the thing I've learned the most is that this is a bonding time with our youth group.
Well, it was my first mission trip and I didn't really know what to expect, but it was really cool because there's usually a boundary between the high schoolers and the middle schoolers, but there wasn't on the mission trip and everyone just got much closer.
I think it's amazing to see how people can get creative, and just if they step out of their comfort zone, they get to know themselves so much better, and that's just cool to see.
I don't see myself as a very creative person, but the end product of that room with the bricks and the stained glass window was just amazing, because I could not for the life of me picture that in my head. But when we peeled the tape back and when we showed off what we had done, it was an amazing feeling to get to say that I had done that and that kids are going to get to be in that room and that they're going to be able to see that every day.
So the day started, and we were able to bring the kids into the Weirton Christian Center, and they were able to see the rooms that we had repainted and just see the pop of color we had given them, and the excitement on their faces was just a wonderful thing to see. And then we all got on the buses and we drove to Kennywood, up near Pittsburgh. It was about an hour away, and we were all paired with a little kid. It was really neat to be able to see what the Weirton Christian Center is actually doing for these kids when we were able to walk around with them and spend time with them and see, the other side of the Weirton Christian Center, not just, oh, it was this building that we were painting. It was really neat to be able to see how, they were impacting these kids' lives and how much the Weirton Christian Center meant to these kids.
God showed me that I'm very blessed because the kids from the Christian Center didn't have a lot, and I should be very thankful for what I have and grateful.
In the past few years, we have been through a lot together, and we've grown, and every mission trip, every youth outreach, every convention we've gone to has just been just a place that we can connect with each other, and where I can talk to people and learn things about the other people in our youth group that I haven't gotten to talk to outside of a church setting. And so just to see middle schoolers come here and go out of their shells and just be creative and find themselves here and find Christ is really cool to see as I'm getting older and leaving. And of course, I'm going to Marshall next year, but I'm really happy that I'm going to be close so that I can still be a part of the youth group.
Ultimately, the biggest impact of these youth trips is in the kids of this youth group. We always come back tighter knit, closer together, of one heart. Just as Scripture talks about us being united in love, these mission trips really help our youth group do that. I think one of the reasons for that is that on a trip like this, a service-oriented trip, you have a common goal. And in this trip, that common goal, or the big goal, was the room with the brick wall and the stained glass window and the skies on all the other walls. That room we really took charge of, and together as a whole youth group had a joint vision for. And so at the beginning of the week, we set out and formed that vision, and then through the week we got to bring it into reality. It was a wonderful week of work, of service, of unity, and of fellowship, of drawing closer to one another and closer to Christ. I love these trips, and I love this trip, and I'm so thankful that the Lord has blessed us with the opportunity that we had in Weirton.
Holy, holy, holy.